Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to detect urgent customer complaints with AI in real time. So here, as a customer support executive, I need to detect the complaints of the customers that I'm receiving through Google Form submissions, and I have to notify my team members about the same, that the complaints need to be rectified and solved on the basis of the urgency level. But doing it manually is a time-consuming process. Therefore, I have decided to automate this entire process with the help of my AI agent, that is OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. Now, every time a customer is going to submit my Google Forms regarding the complaint of the product or the issue, automatically my AI agent is going to detect the complaint and going to analyze whether the complaint is urgent or not, and the same message is going to be sent to my team members on Google Chat Space. To automate this entire process, I'm not going to use any kind of coding and programming skills. I will be integrating all these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for your business, if you also want to learn the amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, we are going to learn step by step how to detect urgent customer complaints with AI in real time. So here I manage support operations for a D2D skincare brand. We have created a simple customer complaint form to let users report their issues which they are facing related to any of the product they have purchased. But instead of manually checking every response, I use Pabbly Connect and an AI agent to analyze form submissions in real time. So every time a form is going to be submitted by any of the customer regarding the product issues with their name, email, order ID, product name and the complaint message, automatically my AI agent is going to analyze the complaint and going to detect whether the complaint is urgent or no, and it is going to send an automated message as a notification to my team members, to my support team in Google Chat Space regarding the same customer and their request, so that according to the urgency level and the issue which the customers are facing, my team member could solve the issue and rectify it. Now, to automate this entire process, I'm not going to use any kind of coding and programming skills, but I'm going to build the connection between this Google form which I've created, my AI agent and Google Chat. And we are going to create this connection with the help of Pabbly Connect, that is an amazing automation and integration software. Before moving forward towards learning the entire process step by step, first of all, I'm going to show you that how this automation is actually going to work. So over here, I'm going to quickly submit this form in front of you. Let's say the name of the customer is Smart User. Let's say the email is, let's say the order ID is, the product name which is purchased by the customer is, let's say, Beetroot Massage Cream, the product name, and here we have the complaint. I have received a damaged product and the packaging was torn. This is unacceptable for the price I paid. When I'm going to submit the form, as soon as the form is submitted, I will take you towards my Google Chat Space. And here we have received another message, as you can see, with hello team, a new complaint is received by a customer. Smart User is the name. We have the email, their product name which they have purchased. We have the complaint summary, the customer received a damaged product with torn packaging. Then we have the urgency level, that is urgent. And now here, in this way, the automation is actually going to work. So in the similar manner, you can also create this automation to detect customer complaints for your business. And let's get started to learn that. To start with the process, first of all, in a new tab, we need to type in our browser pabbly.com/connect. This is going to take us towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect, where we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account directly. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when we will do that, we are going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, currently I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products that are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. It has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. On the dashboard, we can find all the workflows that we have created. And to save the workflows, we can also create separate folders like this. Now, to create a new workflow, let's click on this Create Workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box has appeared in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name over here. Detect urgent customer complaints with AI in real time. After giving the name to my workflow, now I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have a list of folders over here. Among these folders, the automation which I'm going to create is related to AI. So here I'm going to select AI automations as my folder. Now I'm going to click on create. As we have done that, a new screen is going to be open in front of us. Here we have a blank workflow which is created for us to be filled. As we are going to fill up this blank workflow, our automation will be set up. So here we have trigger and action. Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which entire automation runs. The trigger here says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now, let's suppose here I want that every time a form is going to be filled by my customer who has purchased any of the product for my skincare brand, automatically on the basis of the details which we have received through form submission, analysis should be made through OpenAI, that is our AI agent, that whether the complaint is urgent or no. So here for that I am going to take Google Forms in my trigger step and my AI agent, that is OpenAI, in my action step. When we are going to build a connection between these applications, so we will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when a new form is going to be submitted in Google Forms, then only on the basis of the response the analysis is going to be made with the help of AI agent of the complaint that is urgent or not, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us start creating this automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, we have to go towards our trigger step and we have to select our trigger application over here as Google Forms. Here I am using Google Forms to collect my complaints from the customers, but if you are using any other application, you can select that as well. Then we have to select the trigger event. So on the happening of its specific event inside Google Forms, you want to capture the response and start your automation. So here I want that when new response will be received through Google Forms, then my workflow should start. So here we have selected the trigger event as new response received. Now we are supposed to build the connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Over here you can see that we have received a webhook URL. Let's copy it. By following the given instructions, we are going to insert the webhook URL inside our Google Forms to build the connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect successfully. And as we will do that, then the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new form which is submitted in Google Forms towards Pabbly Connect. So now I am going to show you what you are supposed to do. So first of all, I will take you towards the form which I have created. This is customer complaint form. It contains the fields such as name, email, order ID, product name which the customer has purchased, and their complaint message. Now I am going to build the connection between this form and Pabbly Connect. For that, first of all, you have to go towards responses. Here we have the option of link to sheets. We have to click on this button. It is asking us select destination for responses. Basically, to connect Google Forms with Pabbly Connect, we have to use Google Sheets. So first of all, we have to link our form with Google Sheets. So here we are going to go towards create a new spreadsheet. Let's click on this create button. And a new spreadsheet is going to be open in front of us, which is going to contain all the fields that we have in our form. So here we have name, email, address of the customer, their order ID, the product name which they have purchased, and the complaint message. So when the form will be submitted every time by the customer related to any of the complaint or the issue, the record of that form is going to be created over here. The response will be added over here in this spreadsheet. As the response will be added in the spreadsheet, then we are going to send that response towards Pabbly Connect. For that, we have to build a connection basically between this Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. For that, first of all, let's capture the response over here in the spreadsheet. How we are going to do that? By submitting this form. So I'm going to simply publish the form, and here I'm going to quickly submit this form in front of you as a customer. As here I've opened the form, now I'm going to submit it in front of you. So let's say the name of the customer is dummy customer. Let's say the email is dummy@pabblytudes.com. Here we have the order ID. And then we have the product name over here, let's say as aloe vera hydrating gel, and the complaint is I received the product with a broken seal and it is spilled inside the box. This is the second time it's happened. I want a full refund immediately. Then here we have entered all the details. I'm going to quickly submit the form. As soon as the form is submitted, now I'm going to take you towards the spreadsheet which is linked with the form, and here we have the response over here in the spreadsheet. You can see that along with the same fields as we have in the form, we have a separate and we have another column as well, extra column, that is of timestamp. That means the date and time at which the form was submitted. So now to build the connection between our Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, I am going to build the connection between the spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect. That is important. Okay, so for that, let's go towards extensions. Here we have the option of add-ons. When you'll go towards get add-ons, it is going to take us towards Google Workspace Marketplace, where we need to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. So Pabbly Connect webhook is the add-on which we need to install in Google Sheets to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I have already installed this add-on, so I'm going to quickly cross it. Once you have installed the add-on for the very first time, you also have to refresh your spreadsheet once. Then only you will be able to see the option of Pabbly Connect webhooks under extensions. As here I can find the option, let's go towards initial setup, as we have to do an initial setup to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. First of all, over here we have to paste the webhook URL. So I will take you back towards Pabbly Connect, we will once again copy the webhook URL and we will quickly paste it over here in this field. Then we have to go towards the trigger column step. Here we have to decide a column which is going to act as a trigger column in the spreadsheet. The concept of trigger column says that whenever a new row is going to be added in your spreadsheet up till this column, the data is going to be immediately sent towards Pabbly Connect. So here you can see that when I'm going to receive a new response, when the form will be submitted by the customer for any of the complaint or issue, then as soon as the response will be recorded over here in my spreadsheet up till my trigger column, that is, I am going to decide F as my trigger column, then only the data should be sent towards Pabbly Connect and not before that. So here I'm going to select F as my trigger column. In the similar manner, according to the data which you have in your spreadsheet, you have to decide a specific column of your trigger. Okay, now I'm going to click on send test to send the test response of the second row towards Pabbly Connect so that we can continue with the workflow, and we are going to click on submit now. As the setup is configured successfully, let's cross it. I will take you back towards Pabbly Connect, and here we have received the response. In the response, we have received all the details. Here we have the trigger column, the timestamp, the spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID, row index. That means the number of row which we have received in the response. We have the product name, which is purchase order ID, name of the customer, their email address, and over here we have the complaint that they have filed. This means that our connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect is built. Now here we have to do one more thing, because our Pabbly Connect account is basically connected with Google Sheets and the response of Google Forms is going to be added over here. So here I want that as soon as the form will be submitted by the customer in Google Forms, the record is going to be added over here in the spreadsheet up till the trigger column. The data should be keep on sending towards Pabbly Connect automatically for every new row. For that we have to once again go towards extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and we have to click on send on event button. As we have done that, now we have made sure that every time the row will be added over here in the spreadsheet, the data will be keep on sending towards Pabbly Connect. Now let's move forward. After building the connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, we need to do analysis of the complaint, whether it is urgent or not. So here we are going to do that with the help of our AI agent, and that is in my case OpenAI. So I'm going to go towards action step, and here I'm going to select my action application as OpenAI. If you are using any other AI application as your AI agent over here to detect your complaints, you can select that as well. Now, as I've selected the action application as OpenAI, now we have to select the action event. In my case, I'm going to use ChatGPT to generate my content. So I have selected that as my action event. And now I'm going to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. You can see before building this connection, I am already logged into my OpenAI account. You also have to do the same. Keep logging to the applications for which you want to build the connection with Pabbly Connect, as it is going to make the process of your connection simple and easier. Now let's click on connect. Over here to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect, you can see that I have two options: add new connection and select existing connection. If you already have created an existing connection with OpenAI, quickly you can go with that. To create a new connection, we have to select add new connection over here, and we have to enter the token. To get the token, just click on this hyperlink. It is going to take you towards OpenAI API key section, and over here we are going to click on this create new secret key button to create a new key. To create the key, first of all, we can provide a name to the key in order to separate them. So let's say the name of my key is customer complaints, and you can select the project in which you want to separately save the key. Now let's click on create secret key button. As the key is ready, you have to copy it. You have to go back towards your Pabbly Connect workflow, and you have to paste the token over here. And when you will click on save, your connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect will become successful. I have already built an existing connection with my OpenAI account, so currently I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to click on save. As the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect is built successfully, now we have to move forward. First of all, we need to select the model by using which we want to generate our content. So we have multiple AI models over here. I'm going to currently select GPT-4o Mini as my model. Then we have to go towards the prompt section. Prompt is a very important and the highlight step of this automation, because prompt is the command which we need to provide to ChatGPT or to our AI agent that what we actually wanted to do for us. Here in my case, because I want that every time I'm going to receive a new complaint that is submitted through the form submission by the customer, then on the basis of that form response, I need to analyze whether the complaint is urgent or it is moderate. So if the complaint is urgent, I need to send a message to my customers that the complaint is urgent and needs immediate action to solve. Okay. Therefore, in my prompt, I will have to provide all the necessary details which I have received from the form response related to the customer, the product which they have purchased, the type of complaint which they have submitted, and much more. And I also have to provide over here that what kind of content actually I want. I want the analysis of the complaint, whether it is urgent or not, and also the summary of the complaint. Okay. Therefore, here the prompt should be well instructed, clear and on point. Then only we will be able to get the exact content which we want. You also have to include what all details you do not want in the content to be included. So certain kind of symbols, space or words. So according to my use case here, my prompt is going to be analyze the following customer complaint and classify it as urgent or not urgent. Also summarize the core issue in one sentence. Complaint, here I am going to provide the complaint that I have received from my Google form response, and instead of entering it manually, here I am going to simply insert it like this from the previous step. Here, as I have inserted this data from the previous step, I have mapped it, and when we map a data, it becomes dynamic. That means with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace. So every time we are going to receive a new form submission through the customer, when they are going to file the complaint or issue, then automatically the complaint message which we have mapped over here is going to be replaced, and in this way we are going to automate the entire process of generating the analysis for each of the complaint that is submitted. Because if we will enter the data manually, then it will become static and then it is not going to replace. Therefore, mapping is very important. Further, we have entered criteria for urgency, that on the basis of which criteria they have to decide whether the complaint is urgent or not. Mention of refund, if the complaint mentions of refund, defective item, health concerns, angry tone, misdelivery or service failure, then these complaints are urgent. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we got the response. In the response, we have received all the details. First of all, we have received the level of urgency, that the complaint is urgent. And here we have got the summary. The customer received a product with a broken seal that caused a spill, and this is a repeated issue, prompting a demand for an immediate refund. So here we have received the response. Now we are going to send this response to our team members so that they can take the immediate action and rectify the complaint quickly to the customers to maintain the level of satisfaction. So here I'm going to send the message of the complaint as well as the urgency level quickly on my Google Chat space. So for that, here I'm going to build the connection between my Google Chat space and Pabbly Connect. For that, let's go towards our next action step. So let's click on this add action step button. Our action application will be Google Chat. Here I am sending this response towards my team members on Google Chat space. You can also share this response anywhere else. If you want to keep a record, you can add this data in your Google Sheets. Also, you can create ticket in any of the project or issue management software for your team members. Then here we have the action event, that will be to create message, as I want to send a notification over there, and we are going to click on connect. To build the connection between Google Chat and Pabbly Connect, you can see we have to enter the chat webhook URL. To enter the chat webhook URL, first of all we have to click on this learn more hyperlink. It is going to take us towards Pabbly forum page where we can find all the instructions that how we have to build this connection between Google Chat and Pabbly Connect. First of all, we have to copy this avatar URL from here, and we have to go towards the Google Chat space which we want to connect with Pabbly Connect. We have to go towards the name of the space. Here I have support team, and we have to go towards apps and integrations. After coming over here, we have the option of webhooks, and we have to click on this add webhook button. First of all, we have to provide a name to the webhook because it is going to be displayed every time when the message will be received in this space. So I'm going to give the name as new complaint received, and we have to paste the avatar URL over here. Now let's click on save. As we have done that, here you can see that a webhook is added over here. This is the chat webhook URL which is required. So let's click on the three dots. We will copy the link. We will go back towards Pabbly Connect and we will quickly paste it over here like this. Now, as we have entered the chat webhook URL, next thing which we have to do is the message. We need to enter the message over here that you want to send on your Google Chat space every time. So here I'm going to enter the message as hello team, a new complaint is received by a customer. Here I'm going to enter the details of the customer such as name, email, product, complaint summary that we have received through OpenAI, and the urgency level. Make sure to act according to the urgency level and solve the issue as soon as possible. Regards. And here I'm going to quickly insert the details. First of all, the name of the customer, then we have their email address. We have the product name, the summary that we have received through OpenAI. And now here I'm going to map the urgency level. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we got the response. So I'm going to take you towards my Google Chat space, and here we have received the message. Hello team, a new complaint is received by a customer. Details are here, and here we have the urgency level. So this means our automation is completed. Now we have built the connection between Google Forms, OpenAI and Google Chat. Every time the form is going to be submitted by any of the customer for filing out the complaint regarding the product which they have purchased, automatically according to the urgency level, a message is going to be sent to my team members that they have to solve the complaint along with a summary of the complaint and the urgency level. So I hope this automation is clear to you. In a similar manner, you can also very easily create this automation workflow to detect urgent customer complaints with AI in real time. Thank you for watching the video. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.